Hello friends, my name's Kristen and I am using Zepbound to lose weight. Today we're going to be talking about my cruise that I just went on and see how well the medication worked versus the buffet. So let's get into it. I also went to Disney World, so we're going to talk about that as well. This video is not going to be very long. I'm just going to go over it real quick. First, I went to Disney World for 2 days. I frequent Disney a lot. My partner and I run a separate travel channel called Voyager Review, and we do Disney quite a bit because it's fun, it's easy. What's funny is what I didn't realize before, going to Disney means eating a lot for me, and you have to pretty much eat every single one of your meals out unless you're like one of those families that packs up the PB&J. But for me, eating is a big part of it, and the Flower and Garden Festival, I believe, is going on right now. And that's just a lot of food booths. And one of my friends was joining us, so I definitely felt not pressured by her or anyone. I just felt pressured to eat more and do more because we do entertain ourselves a lot with food. I told her that I was on the medication. She said her family members were too, and she didn't care. But with her, she likes to eat a lot too, and I did go out with her quite a few times, and she was always recommending to go eat, and so was my partner. And I'm just thinking to myself, A, I didn't have a lot of money to go on this trip with. And I don't even want to say how much because it was sad. Shouldn't have even left the house, probably. Secondly, this had been planned for months in advance, so it's my own fault. I didn't want to spend the money on something I didn't want. I didn't want to feel pressured into eating, but I also didn't want to feel like the odd man out. And that kind of goes back on feeling socially pressured to eat and socially entertaining ourselves with food, which is what I've always done. And it's what she and I have always done our entire friendship. We would literally just go sit at a bar and just eat. And that was our thing, and I love that. But things did get a little boring sometimes because it's if you're not getting on rides and you're not eating, what is there to do? I cut way back on what I usually eat. So we try to do less food related things. We hit up the American Adventure, which always brings a little tear to my eye. And, we tried to do more non-food, non-ride related things. But I wouldn't recommend doing that. It's not very fun, especially if you're asking someone to meet you somewhere and not doing anything. So I still did eat, though. We went to a place called Homecoming. I had one or two of these incredible deviled eggs. Now the cruise is a whole different story because we were meeting my boyfriend's family. They don't know that I'm on the drug. People that I've told just offhandedly, and I know people say you shouldn't, but I don't really care. If they say I look like I lost weight, I say I'm on a drug. People are really judgmental about it, and they kind of repeat the rhetoric of things that they've heard online about muscle wasting, and
they are losing muscle mass at a way higher rate than they should.
The percentage of the weight loss people see when they're taking Ozempic is actually muscle loss and not fat loss.
Muscle wasting.
Osteoporosis and stuff, but those could be caused by just weight loss in general. That's not necessary. They're we're seeing muscle wasting like we've never seen. It's okay, well, I've heard people say that for sure, and it might be true. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. People on cruises like to drink and eat. That's the main thing to do on a cruise, right? So every time someone offered to buy me a drink, I just said, no, thank you. I just took a bunch of Advil. I did have a migraine, unfortunately, on the trip, but I could use that as an excuse to get out of it. I just took 5 Advil. I can't.
Wasn't for the Pirin tablets. I don't think I could go on.
But they did definitely notice. It was only a 3-day cruise, but they did notice I wasn't drinking. So I just kept handing my drinks off to my boyfriend. And I'm not a big drinker anyway, but they definitely noticed I wasn't drinking, nor was I eating as much. We went to this really expensive restaurant on the beautiful Disney Wish is where we went, called Palo. The food in this restaurant, it's probably some of the best food I've ever had in my life. It's many courses. It's a 2-hour thing. I just got one thing. They got multiple courses of stuff. I couldn't even finish that. It was so huge. I filled up on the bread like an idiot. Rookie mistake. But they do make this delicious fresh from the oven pizza crust bread. Oh my god. If you ever have a chance to get on a Disney ship and go to Palo, literally some of the best food I've ever had in my life. And I eat like it's my job. Okay. Normally I'd be crushing everything. I'd be eating my partner's food, my food, anyone else's food that they couldn't finish. You know what I mean? So they have a giant theater where they do these incredible Broadway shows. I always get popcorn. And then we go to dinner afterwards. Didn't get popcorn. I did get dinner, but I ate way less at dinner. At these restaurants that they have on the ship that are included in your cruise, you can order everything off the menu if you want. And every time I've gone on a cruise, I do that. I order almost everything off the menu so I can try everything. Why not? But then, what am I eating, 10,000 calories a day? Also, oh my god, have I not had my mic on this whole time? Okay, I just realized I didn't have my mic on, so sorry for the audio in the beginning, but I'm not going to fix it, okay? Also, ice cream. They have a self-serving ice cream thing, or you can get as much ice cream as you want, or pizza, or they have this thing called Donald's Cantina, which is like kind of like Chipotle a little bit. Actually better. It tastes so much better than Chipotle on these ships. They do it right. And like, obviously in the past, I'd get like 10 tacos. I'd be up in that ice cream machine like at least 5 to 10 times a day. No joke. Like literally every day. And they have different flavors and then we go on an island called Castaway Cay where they serve a buffet barbecue called Cookies Barbecue. They have an ice cream machine there. And don't think that I wasn't in the ice cream machine there too all the time. And this time I probably had about 3 ice creams total of the entire trip, and that is a big deal for me. I don't know if you guys know, but like that's a huge deal for me not to like indulge in that. I also noticed on the trip that because of my past issues with IBS, TMI, I always was cramping, bloated, tired on all the other cruises. This time I was not. I had energy and I felt good and I did not come back bloated. I also got on the scale. Did I gain weight on the cruise? Well, it said I gained 2 pounds, but I was eating a little bit more than I normally do, but like that 2 pounds disappeared like 2 or 3 days after I got back. Also, I saved a ton of money not drinking because like a lot of cruise lines offer drink packages. Disney Cruise Line doesn't. Yeah, I think you can get like a wine package or something. You just pay for individual drinks as you go along. And these drinks are really expensive, probably like $15 to $17 a piece. And most of the time they don't get you drunk because they don't want you wasted on their ship, okay? Not like a Carnival party ship, you know what I mean? Which whenever a Carnival ship pulls up in port, we are dancing with them, okay? So for once, when I came home from my cruise, I didn't feel completely defeated, like I needed to start over just because I ate too much on vacation. I made sure I drank a ton of water. I didn't get as much. I wasn't like counting calories or anything because like screw that. And I wasn't like protein focused. I was just kind of enjoying my time and like just eating very, very small amounts of what I like until I was full, pretty much, which I guess is what you're supposed to do. I drank like non-alcoholic drinks, but they were all like just sugary mocktails, like ice cream and like more like kids drinks because, you know, surprise, on a Disney cruise, there's children. So I didn't get a lot of mocktails. I did get a couple little things that tasted pretty good. I got like an oat milk blue thing in the Star Wars bar. That was cool, you know what I mean? Favorite things from the festival at Disney were like frushi and just like, oh, this little steamed Impossible bao bun, that was good. But that was pretty much good for me to eat. I even have something called edible straws on the cruise. I found that I used to eat. Like, I'd be like, can I get a chocolate straw? Can I get a mango straw? Like a psycho. And I would eat the straws. Like, what kind of crazy person does that? Me. But I only ate 1 straw this time, okay? And it was like a mango straw and it went well with my drink. So that's my quick update on my cruise. I know it's not that juicy. I know I just released my 1-month update. I will be releasing my 2-month update pretty soon here. I'm about to finish up my 2 months and it's been pretty awesome so far, and I'll get into it in another video because it's like too long. I have been eating a little bit more lax this month, like just a normal amount of food. I still like don't snack or anything, and don't crave much. Still having a hard time eating fruit. But I have been eating a little bit more like normal foods that people eat every day just so I can I don't want to be completely defenseless when I have to go off the medication because it's really expensive. And I'm hoping that it does get cheaper over time when more competition shows up. Finding non-food related things to do. Yesterday, my boyfriend and I, we went to a museum, and then in DC, we live in that area. And I haven't been to the Smithsonian in quite a few years. And we walked around the harbor there and everything was really, really nice. And we saw the band block party and that was really cool. All non-food related things. But he wanted to eat quite a bit. I still ate with him, just a lot. I just let him have more of the food. I think my 3rd month, I'd like to focus on eating a little healthier. I do find myself wanting less bad food, but convenience is a big deal for me. I just work too much and I just hate cooking, and I've said that in all my videos so far. So hopefully I'll see you around, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.